Wow. Now, President of the National Powerlifting Association of Jamaica, Michael Blair, says the sport is more than carrying its weight locally as it continues to grow at a fast rate. More in this report. The National Powerlifting Association of Jamaica, NPAJ, had one of the most interesting starts you'll ever see, including a president starting a sport he knew nothing about. President of the NPAJ, Michael Blair, says that the sport was suggested to him by a friend and he made the commitment to powerlifting after doing some research.
I'll never forget it. On October 11th, I got a 4 missed call from a friend and he said to me, why don't you start powerlifting? And I said, what is that? And this was in 2020. And I went on the internet and Googled powerlifting. And I said, okay, I'm going to take it on October the 11th. And by December, we were a registered entity and a member of the IPF. And from that day, I just dig the foundation and start to lay the block. And the building is up and running.
Since the establishment of the NPAJ, the sport has garnered amazing support and it continues to grow year by year, according to powerlifters Sammy DePass and Desmond Thompson.
So obviously, as you can see today, the place was packed to the rim. People were so invested in everybody's lifting, and that is a huge, like a monumental growth that we are having here in powerlifting, that people care enough to come and watch us. You get me, for the entire day. And you know, Mr. Blair and NPAJ has done a phenomenal job at fostering powerlifting in Jamaica. You know, we have the series of squat, bench, deadlift, we have nationals, and I think that as we compete more and more internationally, we will continue to progress even further.
It's an immense growth, and it's good due to good planning from everybody on the committee, the support from the patrons of the athletes, and that has been bringing the sport of powerlifting island-wide. So everybody's coming out where you can get a true representation of the strongest person or the strongest person in a weight class for Jamaica. So there's a lot of growth, and even last year there was not as much persons last year as it is this year.
And the national champion of the 93 kilogram category says that powerlifting has undergone significant improvements over its short time span locally.
This is the biggest production we've ever seen. I mean, Sammy and I, Da Costa as well, and John I, we have experience in international competitions. Sammy and I went to the World Championships in Malta this year, which is the highest level of powerlifting there is. And this isn't far off from it. This whole production was not far off from it at all. The plates were calibrated, the spotters did a good job, the whole setup with the warm-up room around the back, everything was spot on in terms of the world standard. And that's a tremendous accomplishment for 3 years.
The NPAJ recently celebrated its 3-year anniversary.